Hello and welcome everyone. So I'm going to do a video here about the dangers of antivirals, and before I get into that I want to explain, and this is why I'm showing you this picture, that any type of drug will change the physiological part of the body, will obviously be chemical based. Sure, they may take some natural plants and incorporate that into a drug, but the problem with drugs, and the Chinese have known this for quite a while. If you don't understand the yin and the yang, I'm just going to give you the basics. The yin and the yang are basically something that Chinese medicine looks at and having them balanced. And at the bottom of yin, right around chemicals, is drugs, because they're highly toxic to the body, folks. And the Chinese have used herbs for thousands of years. Those are herbs that come from plants. They're not formulated into chemicals. So, I'm showing you this picture, and it says, "Hey Sonny, you look depressed. Here, take some Prozac. You're hyperactive, you need Ritalin. Take this, take it. It's okay. I'm a doctor." The drug pusher. And this is just an amazing picture to really highlight what I'm talking about, because that's what's going on. But when you get into antivirals, that's even worse. Let me explain what an antiviral is, and let me explain a little more of what happens. Antivirals, pharmaceutical grade antivirals, are very dangerous. Everything that's in your viral load will get into your lymph system. So all that's going to be dumped in there. So that's going to be all in your lymph system, and your lymph system is a huge system from head to toe. And I'm going to leave a link to that video and show you that. That'll be below this video, so you can watch that video about the detox symptoms and learn a little more about the lymph. So that particular system, when you get everything dumped into your lymph system and you don't detox it out, you're going to get high viral loads such as HIV, herpes, and things of that nature. Now, when it comes to natural ways, and I can contest to this because I've used them, and when it comes to antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, natural herbs like oregano oil, and let's say you have a mouth infection, your cheeks are swelling up, you have severe pain, and you use the oregano oil, is it going to get rid of the infection, which could be a viral or bacterial? In most cases it is bacterial, but yes, it will get rid of that. Is it going to fix the underlying problem of your lymph system that is causing you to have those issues and the symptoms that you're getting from your lymph being stagnated and clogged in the area? Of course not. And I want everyone to understand this. When you take an antiviral drug, that not only is changing the physiological part of your body, but those trace amounts of chemicals that are getting in there are very, very dangerous to the body. And a lot of people die on antivirals. Is this well known all over the news? Of course not. If you don't understand that the news is controlled and is owned by these particular parties that are facilitating with and part of the drug organizations, and you're a fool. And if you didn't know that, you know that now. So that's why everything is drug oriented, chemo oriented, because those have been the treatments that have been around since the late 20s and early 40s. I'll leave a link to that video too as well, so people can see that. It's called The Deception of Allopathic Medicine. And if you're one of those people that is promoting drugs, or you love drugs, I got a rude awakening for you coming up, because you're doing this to your body, and you're going to have a big problem that is going to continue to have the toxicity happen and other issues with your lymph system. And sorry about my phone a few seconds ago. I apologize for that, but I just want to let everyone know that you need to detox. And if you don't believe me here, I'm going to show you some more evidence. Antiviral flu drugs are dangerous and don't work. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has announced, look at this, that the flu vaccine isn't a good match for this year's strain. So, and I just want to highlight on this, so even more people than ever can expect fevers, chills, aches, and nausea and symptoms associated with influenza. Now, if you're detoxing, are you going to get symptoms which, again, if you look at that link below the video, you're going to get some symptoms of nausea, tiredness, of course, because you're trying to move your lymph and you're getting rid of these toxins. Now, I'm on 100% fruitarian diet at this point. I've worked my way up. I did it a year ago, and I got symptoms of sore gums because I ate excessive fruit back then, and now I'm not doing that because I'm taking herbs such as my 5 medicinal mushrooms, which I've done a video on, and I'll leave that in the description as below, the carnivora, and I use the milk thistle in the beginning. So not only am I getting substantially less symptoms, I don't need to eat as much food, but I'm making more progress. So, can you go raw for a month or two, stop, eat some cooked food for maybe a few days or a week and go back? Absolutely. If you continue to take antivirals, masking symptoms, when you're in a symptom stage of acidosis, can you treat symptoms with drugs? Yeah, it's going to suppress it. When you get into the chronic stage, will the drugs suppress and treat symptoms? Absolutely not. And that is the big problem, folks, and that is what's happening. So I really want people to understand that the lymphatic system is a network of issues and organs that help get rid of the body's toxins, waste, and unwanted materials. The primary function of the lymph system is to transport the lymph, a fluid containing infection-fighting white blood cells throughout the body. So if that gets stagnated, like a sewer drain in the rain, where the water is rushing to the sewer and it can't get there because there's debris there and it's just backing up, that is what's happening to your lymph. If you take drugs, is that going to fix your lymph system? No, it's going to get stagnated more. It's all getting dumped in the body, and it's going to cause more problems. That is a fact. You can't Google this information in most cases, because what happens with the search engines? The search engines put the articles from the medical community up at your convenience. So you can read all about the drugs, you can read all about the nonsense, and you can continue to stay sick. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it hasn't changed, and it may never change. More people are waking up, but there's not enough to change the system. You need to help yourself. If you don't understand this information, hey, it's your life. I have to put disclaimers in videos and put these things in the about section, because the drug companies are owned by the FDA, and the FDA will put out, the Fraud and Death Administration will put out approved drugs that still cause toxicity, treat symptoms, and still kill people. Now, there may be a case where somebody may come out and be against the natural ways, and they will state that, oh, this herb did this, or this herb had side effects. Of course herbs have side effects. Some are very minor, and other herbs, which I won't promote, have a lot more side effects. Does that mean that the herb is bad? Well, you have to outweigh the positives and the negatives. Are the herbs helping to aid in the healing process? Absolutely. Are any of the herbs that I'm mentioning going to have serious side effects? In most cases, no, unless you're abusing them, just like anything else. They help aid in the healing process while you go on a raw diet to help ease into the process. And I know this firsthand because this is what's happening to me. So, you can take this information with a grain of salt. You can continue to keep watching my videos and move forward, or you can follow the drug companies and understand really what's going on by opening your eyes at that point when you see all the deaths. If modern medicine was so damn good, then why are so many people sick and so many children getting sick? I'll tell you why. Mothers' lymph systems are stagnated, passing it on to the children, eating the same crap foods. The same sickness is coming out even earlier. We have a classic case of degeneration going on, starting with our youth. give the kids the fruit after 2 years old. I wouldn't give them breast milk. That's going to start causing mucus. I would move forward with the fruits and the berries. Nothing wrong with that. Start feeding them these commercial cereals. You're going to start getting these symptoms even worse, and you're going to see it even more in the children. That's just the way it is, folks. You need to start at a young age feeding the kids a normal diet. Do you have to feed them all fruit? No. But should you start incorporating a lot of fruits to get them used to this type of food, so when they grow older, they'll be and have a much cleaner lymph system, it won't be stagnated, and they'll have much better health. So you should be doing this yourself. Adults are going to need herbs. I wouldn't personally give any children any herbs at this point. I just wouldn't do that. You should seek a specialist that specializes with children to be able to make that determination. Again, a TCM, traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, is what I would recommend. But again, once again, folks, I'm going to end this video. Any questions, go ahead and let me know. I think I've really explained this and clarified the differences here between the drugs and the herbs. Herbs are natural. Herbs come from a plant. High-quality herbs help aid in the healing process. Drugs stop the healing process and will continue to cause toxicity and change the physiological part of the body. Thank you so much, folks. Bye-bye.